Hi, welcome to this video day. It's all about Forex trading strategies for beginners and finding a strategy with a trading edge that suits you, that you're confident in and is based upon sound logic. Now, if you want to win at Forex trading, you are going to need an edge over the vast majority of losers, the 90% who end up losing their accounts. That might sound pretty obvious, but most traders don't think about a trading edge in enough detail. In fact, you can ask most beginners who come in the markets, define your trading edge, your advantage over the majority of losers. They can't give you one. Well, that just basically means you haven't got an edge, you're going to lose. There are other traders, though, beginners who come in the markets, and they think they have a trading edge. But the problem is they haven't done the correct research to see if that edge actually works, okay? Now, again, this might sound a fairly obvious thing to do. Most traders don't do it. They'll take numerous strategies off the net that are promoted as, sound ways to make money. But you do the correct research and they won't make money at all. Most of the strategies promoted online, in fact, will not make money. They just appeal to what the public wants. Okay? Now, anyone can actually get a strategy with an edge. And what I want to do is go through a checklist you should follow in terms of choosing a strategy and building a simple strategy that you can make money with. Anyone can do it, okay? What you need to do is do the correct research. So let's look at how to do it on a quick storyboard. Right, let's look at getting a simple strategy with a trading edge. If you're new to the markets, these 7 points will help you. If you come in the markets, you're just following tips or experts and so forth, or so-called experts, you won't make any money. But of course, there are a lot of strategies to choose from, and a lot of beginners pick strategies that are going to cause them losses. Let's start with point number one: easy strategies sold by marketing companies. Now, if you look around online, you're going to find a lot of strategies, systems sold, and they are not sold by traders, okay? Most of the people who sell strategies online have never ever traded, but they know what beginners are looking for. When I say easy strategies, I mean strategies that someone can just take and use, okay? They might have to do a bit of learning, but it looks like it's going to be an easy route to profits, okay? First strategies that fall into that category: pattern-based strategies. See them all over the net. See guys drawing, very pretty patterns. They look great as they go backwards, and then they say they're going to repeat forwards, and they never do. Markets don't repeat to patterns. You always see patterns in hindsight. Now, there has been a mushrooming of people promoting Gartley patterns, okay? And this method of trading really appeals to a lot of people. Why? Well, they've all got fancy names, haven't they? Like cipher patterns and so forth. They look very mathematical. They look kind of clever. They don't work. And traders should do their research here, because they should look up who actually, basically came up with the strategy. Obviously, it was a guy called Gartley. He never made any money with it. So why would you trust it? Okay, that's the latest pattern strategy. But I've seen them over the years come and go. We've had Elliott, Wave, Gann were popular in the past. Again, strategies by people who never made any money with the strategy they developed. And then marketers come in and sell it to the public. Right. Next strategies to avoid: high win rate strategies. 80%, 70% win rate, that sort of stuff. You won't make any money. And beginners want to make money on as many trades as possible. But that isn't the way you make money in Forex trading. You basically make money on having your winners far bigger than your losers. Now, I could do trading and I could probably win 80% of my trades, but I'd end up losing overall. Why? Because my winners will never cover my losers. You've got to run your winners. Professional traders might win 30 to 50% of the time, that is good enough, okay? Because you're interested in running those winners, just keeping those losers small. So never go for a high win rate strategy. Then you get a lot of MT4 strategies, automated strategies. MT4 strategies, okay, or strategies for MT4. That's a really popular search online. A lot of traders actually think they've got to get some plug-in or formula and they just sit back and trade it and make automatic money. Life isn't that simple, alas. You make money, of course, but that is not going to work, and common sense should tell traders that, because let's say you could do it, make an income off an automated strategy, everyone would be doing it. No one would be selling it either. They'd be making so much money. So you want to avoid those strategies that look, kind of easy or appealing, let's say, in terms of win rate, or strategies that are too clever. Yeah, simple strategies work far better than complicated ones. And if you want to find strategies that work, why don't you just look up how the best traders trade? There's plenty of information online on the top fund managers in the world today and type of strategies they use. Most of them, who've got the really great performance, are either macro traders looking for big trends, or they're kind of volatility swing traders looking to take advantage of price deviation that has deviated too far from fair value. They're the people who you should look up. And you can also get books by the great traders. There's plenty in our reading lists on our channel. Also, I always recommend these books, Market Wizards, New Market Wizards, and Hedge Fund Market Wizards by Jack Schwager. He's the editor. Edits those books, and he interviews all the top traders in the world. You'll see the type of strategies that they use. And they're mostly simple, okay? Not complicated. Now, in terms of traders, they've got choice between fundamental trading strategies or technical trading strategies. Which are best? Well, in terms of the top fund managers, most today use the sentiment towards the fundamentals, even if they use the technicals to time their move, okay? We're big into basically looking at the fundamentals and sentiment, then timing with our technicals. But you can make money just trading technically, okay? I'm going to give you some examples of technical trading strategies that work. Although, fundamental and sentiment strategies and technicals combined work. I won't cover that here. I'm sure for most people, they're looking for technical strategies. Right. What technical strategies work and finding out if the strategy is going to make you money. Well, I'll just give you a few examples, okay? Strategy that works really well is to look for a technical formation, which is basically a channel, low volatility, prices moving in a tight range, then buy a break of resistance or sell a break of support on a high volatility move. Now, does that work? Yes, it does. Why does it work? Because it's based upon the fact that if prices are moving tightly sideways, supply and demand situation is in balance. Once you get a high volatility candle outside of the range, the fundamentals have changed. You don't even need to know them. They've changed, okay? Now that setup over time, if you refine it, will make you money. Also, another great way to make money is just look for price spikes that run too far to the upside or too far to the downside, i.e. get accelerated uptrend or downtrend, and go against the spike. Does that work? Yes, it does. It's based upon human nature, because traders will always push prices too far up when greed is around or with fear is around. They'll push them too far to the downside, and then they'll retrace a lot of the price spike or all of it, because prices come back to fair value. Okay, they're just two examples, and they're based upon how markets really move. They don't, you can't predict them. Those setups are probability based. Okay, trade breakouts. You'll see a lot about breakout trading. trading breakouts at big levels, weekly levels, monthly levels, and so forth. Good way of trading because they're the big supply and demand levels. You can also look at trading fake outs for basically breakouts to fail. There's plenty of videos on our channel about all those technical setups. You can look them up. But they're based upon the logic of the market. They're based upon human psychology, not that the Forex markets move to some detached mathematical pattern. Now, point number 5. What's the biggest advantage you have in trading? And you have a massive advantage, let's say, over a big managed fund at a bank or a hedge fund. What is it? It's basically you don't have to trade for commission. And there are exceptions to the rule, obviously. Okay, most managed money does terribly. Why? Because they've got to turn trades over to make commissions to pay the overhead of the company or fund. The offices have to be paid for, obviously the bonuses, all that sort of stuff. So they very often just trade for the sake of trading, and they never run big profits. Okay, so they actually haven't got their focus on making money for the client. It's just as much focused on making money for themselves. And that's as true today as it's ever been. Managed money does terribly. Now, you don't have to trade for commission. You can just wait for really high probability trades when you get them. Obviously have your stop-ins. So you've got a good risk to reward. If you're wrong, you can come out, but you'll get big trends that can run for weeks or even longer, and you can just hold them. You don't have to bank out early because you don't need to make money from commission. That's your huge advantage as a trader, and it's a really, really big one. Most traders trade too much. I know traders who might trade maybe once, twice a month. They can make over 100% per annum. They just wait for the best trades. Okay, huge advantage. Now, a lot of people might be thinking, well, what about day trading? My answer to day trading is there's no day trading strategy that works anymore. Markets are too volatile, too choppy. They used to work before the internet. They don't work anymore. Anyone who says they do never produces a track record. And you might be saying, well, brokers say it's a good idea. Well, they would, wouldn't they? They want you to trade, so they make commission. And then when you lose the money, if they're a market maker, they've got your account. So a really fantastic advantage. So you should always think about that in terms of any trading strategy you use. In terms of having an edge in a strategy, you obviously have to have good entries, okay? Good entry techniques. But you also need to have stop losses in the right place. Okay, so you need a stop loss strategy. So you've got protection, but you're not going to be taken out by the market noise, okay? Too many traders put their stops too close to their entry or in an obvious place, and basically they just lose. Their entries are good, but their stops aren't, okay? So pay as much attention to your stop loss as to your entry. And just keep in mind, if you've got, let's say, currency pair that's moving 100 pips per day as a range, well, there's no point using a 30 or 50 pip stop all the time, is there? You might get away with it sometimes, but you've got to be realistic about the stop. And think a lot about money management, because when you read about the great traders, they will all stress money management is the key, okay, in terms of the foundation of your success. If you've got good money management, as the old saying goes, if you look after the pennies, the pounds will take care of themselves. They will. Keep those losses small, then you run your profits and you're away, okay, on the road to consistent profitability. You need to make the strategy work. It doesn't matter how good the strategy you've got is. You are the main part of the strategy. You've got to trade it with discipline. Now, I said this on numerous occasions in videos, but in terms of the strategy, you've got to trade with discipline. You've got to have a rule set. It could be flexible, okay? But you can't deviate away from the rules that you've set, be it on money management or the style of trading that strategy is suited to. Let's say it's a range break strategy. That's what it's designed for. That's what you use it for. If it's for price spikes, use it for price spikes. Okay, some strategies can trade various ways, but what you don't want to do is come in and override your signals, and that's what a lot of traders do. Let's say they've got a stop in place, they'll suddenly start moving it back because they think that trade is guaranteed to turn around. They might be in a losing period. Confidence has gone down a little bit. They'll snatch profits early, even though the rules are telling them they should be holding those profits. Okay, so in terms of forex trading strategies that work, that are simple, you can find all the information you need for free online. You just need to do a bit of research. And what you want to do if you're a beginner is don't do what most traders do. You do need an edge, and that can only come from your own research and basically thinking about the logic of your strategy and gaining confidence in it. You can't get strategies just from other people, not do any research and then trade them. Yeah, my perfect example of this is those pattern trading strategies. It's just like, people come in, highly intelligent people, they use them, and then they wonder why they fail to make any money. Well, do your research and you'd find out. It doesn't take much research. For example, look up that Gartley never made any money with his strategy. It doesn't take much research to go and find that day trading is a route to disaster. Okay, so do your own research, be realistic. Okay, forex trading is not about easy money. It's about doing your research. You can have a simple strategy, you've got to have discipline, then you can make money, but you must have rock solid confidence in your strategy and its edge, otherwise you'll never follow it with discipline. Right, in terms of my little summary there, I think that's all the points covered. Anyone can make money at forex trading. This is my final point. Just do your research and always keep in mind that point number 5, the biggest advantage you have in trading, because that is a massive one. Too many traders want to trade too often. They want to trade. They want the thrill, excitement. That's not what trading's about. It's about waiting, being patient, being calm, cool, collected, and hitting those high odds trades. Right, that is the video for today. Thank you very much for watching me as usual. Take care and have a good day.